I always call my students as my younger colleagues, and I promised you to discuss few MCQs and how to attempt them in examination. There are few important things which I'll request you to do before going to the examination hall. Number one, you should have a good 8 hours sleep. When you get up, you should take a good breakfast so that you should not become hypoglycemic. And number three, you should control your nerves, because sometimes just by controlling your nerves, you can perform well. Because if you don't control your nerves, even if you have studied well, you may not be able to perform up to the mark. Then another advice, or you can say another suggestion, that you should stop studying at least 15 to 20 minutes before entering in the examination hall. Just to put undue stress on the brain is not fair. Now come to the point. The first question is, a 55-year-old woman noticed increase in her abdominal girth for the last 1 year. On physical examination, her abdomen was distended. Abdominal CT scan was performed, which showed presence of multiple nodules on the peritoneal surfaces, along with mucinous ascites. After paracentesis, the cytological examination of the fluid revealed well-differentiated columnar cells with minimal nuclear atypia. This proliferative process was most likely to arise in this patient from which one of the following? Option: jejunum, ileum, pancreas, appendix, stomach. Now, before attempting this question, another advice or suggestion that you should give a thorough reading to a prescribed textbook, whatever the textbook you like, but it should be a textbook, because in MCQ's examination, to find the best option by excluding the other options, and we can say that answer is by excluding the other possibilities. In postgraduate examination, sometimes the possibilities are so close that it really becomes difficult to select the correct option. However, in undergraduate examination, the examiners are quite lenient, and you can easily find a correct option if you have a good background knowledge of the subject. Coming back to the question, the most important is age and gender of the patient. You can't find carcinoma of the stomach in 2 years aged male or female. Similarly, most of the autoimmune diseases are more common in females. So age will also be mentioned. It means that the examiner wants to give importance to the age and the gender. Duration of symptoms. If they are of sudden onset, of course, you will be dealing with an acute problem. Then the findings on physical examination, that her abdomen was distended for the last 1 year. And then comes your lab and radiological findings, which are the supportive findings, which can be ultrasound examination, CT scan examination, X-ray chest examination, whatever the written in the question. So in this question, a 55-year-old woman noticed increase in her abdominal girth for the last 1 year, and on physical examination, her abdomen was distended. CT scan showed presence of multiple nodules on the peritoneal surfaces along with mucinous ascites. Another important thing, presence of multiple nodules on the peritoneal surfaces and mucinous ascites. Then comes cytological examination of the fluid showed well differentiated columnar cells. Now note the word with minimal nuclear atypia, not moderate, not marked, minimal nuclear atypia. Now the examiner is asking you indirectly that this proliferative process was most likely to arise in this patient from which one of the following. So you should know that which is the proliferative process. If you just refresh your knowledge, nodules on the peritoneal surface along with mucinous ascites. So the condition is pseudomyxoma peritonei. Now we have to find the best option. The option A is jejunum, B is ileum, C is pancreas, D is appendix, and E is stomach. Now pseudomyxoma peritonei is usually due to the tumors. Tumors of the small intestine, that is jejunum and ileum, they are extremely rare. Pancreas do have mucinous tumors, but they do not disseminate through the peritoneal cavity. Now we leave appendix for the time being and go to the stomach. The mucinous adenocarcinoma of the stomach is infiltrating the wall of the stomach, and the cells, they have a signet ring appearance, and it is a poorly differentiated carcinoma. So we are left with one option, and that is appendix. So pseudomyxoma peritonei was caused by low-grade adenocarcinoma of the appendix. Please don't blame me that I have taken 14 to 20 minutes to solve one MCQ. I'm just giving you a practice, and also I am telling you the points which you should focus. And also I am telling you that you should have a thorough background by reading a good prescribed textbook. Now you will say that it's a GIT question, but by changing one or two words, you can completely change the story or the scenario of the question, and you can convert this GIT question to a question from female genital system. So the story or the scenario is completely changed. So enjoy it. The question is, a 55-year-old woman noticed increase in her abdominal girth for the last 1 year. On physical examination, her abdomen was distended. An abdominal CT scan showed presence of multiple nodules on peritoneal surface along with mucinous ascites. After paracentesis, the cytological examination of the fluid revealed columnar cells with nuclear atypia. Now the word well differentiated and minimal is deleted. We are left with columnar cells with nuclear atypia. So by deleting two words, the option will be totally changed. Now the examiner is going to ask you, this proliferative process was most likely to arise in this patient from which one of the following? Jejunum, ileum, pancreas, appendix, ovary. Now option is changed, answer is changed, option is changed by one word. Now be careful for selecting the option. The tumors of small intestine, that is from jejunum or ileum, are rare tumors. That is the tumors of the small intestine, they are very rare tumors. The mucinous tumors of the pancreas, yes, they are present, but they do not disseminate through the peritoneal cavity. The tumors of the appendix and ovaries are left. The mucinous adenocarcinoma of the appendix is rare as compared to the mucinous adenocarcinoma of the ovary. And at the same time, the mucinous adenocarcinomas of the ovary or malignant mucinous adenocarcinoma of the ovary, they have got columnar cells with marked nuclear atypia. So you have to select the correct option, otherwise you will be in trouble and lose a mark. Now in this case, or in this story, or in this scenario, the option is mucinous adenocarcinoma of the ovary or ovary, because pseudomyxoma peritonei can be seen in mucinous adenocarcinoma of the ovary. I think this is sufficient for today, and keep enjoying it. Inshallah, I'll be with you very soon with 2 more scenarios. Best of luck. Stay safe.